Hello and welcome to our first online workshop. Today we'll try to build a website from scratch. We saw that a lot of you are interested how to create a project from the beginning, so we will do this in this workshop. My name is Yanis. I think that you know me from the emails and some I have talked. And this is our talented designer Didis, who will tell you about how to create this project. So Didis, please.
So, hello, yeah, as Jan said, I'm designer and front-end developer in Front. So, let me show what we're gonna build today. So, I will show you in here. This will gonna be a project. I will go to preview mode. So, as you can see, this is a website, what we're gonna build. There is a header with a logo, which is a text widget. Then we have a slide with two separator lines. Here is a nice angle shape, which is an image which I prepared before in a Photoshop. It's a PNG image over the background image. Then if we scroll down, we can see intro, where is that title with the separator line, text, button. Go further, we can see gallery with a sample, just basic navigation, and grid system with 3 columns where you can see like image inside, 2 rows. Go to bottom, we can see simple shop with 3 column grid, where is inside 1 container with elements like image, text and button. And in the footer we have iframe, which is an HTML widget. I will show you how to integrate Facebook like and share buttons. And if we are minimize these breakpoints and going to smaller screen size, we can see that in a gallery now we have only 2 columns and only 4 images. 2 are hidden. I will show how it was in full screen. There was like 3 columns and 6 pictures, and here we have only 2 columns and 4 pictures. And in our shop section we have, like, if we are going to smaller screen, we can see it breaks to 1 column and looks nice, nothing broken. So let me show you how to build this website from the scratch. Let's go and create blank page in a front. And first of all I will create the container, because container is used to describe any component that can contain other components inside itself. This method allows you to have more flexibility of styling your entire content. Let's make height like 22 em something. Let's call it header. And I have some sample assets like image for the header. Just drag and drop onto this widget. As you can see, our picture is in a background, but it's not looks so well, so let's format it. If we are click on this widget and go to the properties section, we can see there is a background properties, and let's choose position center bottom and size cover. Yeah, looks nice. Now let's add the logo. Logo will be text widget. Let's write Austria. Now I will format this text again in a properties section. Let's center it and let's choose some fonts. As you can see, we have Google fonts, Typekit fonts, system fonts, what's in your system. So I want to search for Open Sans, which is Google font. Open Sans, here it is. As you can see, there is a star. I already clicked on that, so this font is in my favorites. Here it is. Let's click it. And let's choose the font style to heavy. Now I want to set font size to, I think, 4 a.m. Let's set 4. We can enter it in here value. And now if we scroll down, we can see advanced settings. Let's click on it, and we need text transform to uppercase. Let's go up, and we can see that there is a font color. Let's set to white. Oops. And let's drag into the header. Looks nice. Let's call it logo. And now with drag and drop we can like put it in here. Now we need a slug. Let's choose again text widget from the toolbar. Let's write 2010. Let's center it. Choose the font style to light. Font style something like it can be 2EM. Let's call it slug. Again, I will drag and drop into the header. Choose the font color to white. And let's say in a position tab we can see there is width. Let's set to 200 pixels. Yeah, we have a slug. But now if we are going back to final project, we can see there is a separator lines. And now I will create the line, separator line with the container. Let's choose in a properties tab background color to white. You cannot see because it's on white background right now. And in a FROONT advanced settings, there is a default value for min height. Let's delete it. 12 EM and go to position tab. Let's set height 2 pixels and width 200 pixels. Let's call it line. And now I will drag between the logo and slug. As you can see, now there is a separator, and I need another line, so let's just copy it with Command C. In Windows it's Control C, and now paste with Command V. We have another line, so let's drag into the header, and we have like nice separators. Let's add some margin top value for the space. Let's say 2 EM. No, it can be 1 EM. It's in position tab, where is position and size section. And for the slug, you can press on the keyboard down, down, down. As you can see, it's changing margin top to 0.3, and same for line 2, down, okay, up, up, yeah, something like that. And now let's add an angle shape line. So again, I will add the container. Go to my Finder, go to Assets, and I have this picture button. And I will drag and drop onto the widget again. Again, you cannot see because it's white. I will rename it bottom angle and drag into the header that you can see it. Yeah, we can see. And let's set in a properties tab position center bottom. We have a header. Let's go to preview mode to see how it looks. It looks the same like in here. Maybe some spaces is not the same, but it doesn't matter because we know how to do that right now. Let's go back to our tool, and now I want to create intro section, like with a title, line, text, just some sample text, and button. Let's go back and create the container. But as you can see, there is a max width 1000 pixels. So I will show you how to set max width. It's really easy. Let's go to, again, let's click it in the container. Go scroll down in the properties tab, and we can see this max width input field. Let's write down 1000 pixels, and we have max width 1000 pixels. But there's one problem. If we are going to smaller breakpoint, like 768, you can see there is no padding, so there is no space between the edge. Your content will be at the page edge. So let's go back and let's set in a position tab width to 19%. But you cannot see any difference in here. Let's go back in 768. You can see there is a space between the edge of the page to the body. So our body is 100% and our container is 19%. So it's calculate that there is a space between the page. Let's go back to full size. Again, I will add some space to EM margin to top because not to be so close to the header. Let's call it intro. Now we need some title. Let's add again text and write down welcome to Austria. Let's format the text in the properties tab. Again, it's in center. Let's set heavy. Style is heavy, and scroll down again, text transform to uppercase. Maybe let's set letter spacing to -0.05 em. It's space between the letters. Let's call it title, and again drag into intro. Now we need to this separator line, so let's copy it again and paste. Let's drag into container and let's set to EM margin, but right now it's white, so let's change the color to some gray color, just some random gray color. And now in position tab, let's set width to 20 pixels. Yeah, looks like the same in here. Now I will add some sample text. Let's add the text widget again, double click, and there is a ipsum button. If we are clicking on it, you can see lorem ipsum text, so I will delete half of it, and again I will drag into intro, so you can see it adapts to container because it's with like 1000 pixels and this is 100%, so it's gonna be inside the container. And now let's format again text. Let's set light and line height. Let's set to 1,8 em. And in a position again, margin top to em. We have a nice text. Let's center it in text widget properties. Now we want to create a button, like button in here, take a tour. Right now we are doing this with text widget because it's all about styling. So let's write take a tour. But as you can see, we need the styling same like in title. So let's click on title, Command C, copy, and press Command Shift V. And as we can see, style is copied, not we didn't copy the widget, we copied the style. And now we can continue with formatting. Let's set margin top will be 2 em, and width will be 200 pixels for button. And in properties section, let's scroll down to advanced settings and yeah, find the border. In a border input field, you must be more specific. Let's write 2 pixels thin border. So border style will be solid, and color code will be let's say BD. Hit the enter. We can see there is a line around the widget, so it's a border. Scroll up and let's say line height, let's set the line height to something like 2,75, and we have a button. Let's call it button, and drag into the intro container. We have an intro section. What's next? Let's look. We have in a gallery. Where is the background, dark background? We have a title. We have some filter navigation, and we have a grid system with images inside. Okay, let's go. I will show you how to do it. Let's create again container. I will set margin to EM at the top. Now I want to set the background color for widget, so go to properties tab and background, there is a color. I will write by hand, so hashtag and 282828. We have a nice color. And now we need again this shape angle image at the top, so let's add again container. And let's choose the picture, again drag and drop onto the widget. We cannot see because it's white. Let's call it top angle and drag into the container. We can see it. Let's close these widgets. And let's set the same settings like in this angle image background. To this position will be center top, because right now it's at the top of the container, but as you can see there is a 1 pixel line, but it's not a border, it's a margin collapse. It's a technical stuff, so it adds 1 pixel padding to not break the widget. So now we can fix it with a margin minus 1 pixel. As you can see, there is no line anymore. It can go to tips and tricks later to knowledge base. Now let's add again container, and let's drag this container into gallery container. Let's call it gallery. But again, max width is 100%. Let's copy the style from intro container, Command C, and now Command Shift V. As you can see, it's small, but when we enlarge it, it's again 1000 pixel and 19% in width, but it's copied to EM at the top margin. Let's say delete it, enter. We don't need this margin at the top. Oh, what's next? We need a title, gallery title. I will copy again this text widget, because don't repeat yourself why we need to create everything from the scratch. Let's copy it. We have welcome to Austria. Let's drag into the container, but it's black. Let's change the color in properties, font color to white. There is a color history, so let's choose the white color which I used before. And now we need a line again, separator line. Let's copy this also. Copy, we have a line here. Let's drag into container. And let's set background color to white, as you can see it. Now we need some filter navigation. I will create navigation with with text widget. And let's say there will be all 5 spaces fashion, 5 spaces nature. Let's format it like in a center. It's gonna be font style light, and again uppercase. If you remember from the previous steps, there is advanced section. If you scroll down, there is direct text transform, and choose uppercase. Now let's call it filter navigation. Again, I will drag and drop into the container, and let's set color to white that you can see it, and position margin top to EM. We have an example navigation. And now let's use the grid. Grid essentially is a mount to a lattice that divides horizontal and vertical space in consistent units where text, headlines, image, any object that can be placed. So right now I want to place an image, so let's choose again from toolbar image widget, and we can drag and drop any image. So it's uploading. We have an image. Let's drag this image into a grid widget. As you can see, right now we have two columns and image is inside. In a properties, we can let's set column count to 3. Right now we have 3 columns, and we need to add more pictures. So what I can do, I can create again like text, not text, but image widget, and then drag and drop. But let's just copy and then paste. As you can see, it's pasted in the second column. And let's drag a new picture. Let's copy it again. Let's repeat it. I will minimize the option bar. So if you don't like the drag and drop thing, you can either click twice and choose image from your file system. We have a nice 3 pictures, but how to get to the next row? If I will copy this image and again paste, it automatically adds an extra row. Let's change again another picture. Let's say the girl. Now let's copy it again. Let's draw a new picture and paste it again. Let's choose some, let's say again, first image. So we have a nice grid, but we want this grid in this container. So again, let's drag and drop onto the container, and let's call it gallery grid, and set margin top to EM. If you don't like to enter the manually margin, you can drag this widget down like this, but I want to be more specific. Let's let it be 2em. And you can also configure your grid system like horizontal gap. If I change it, you can see it changes horizontal space. So let's set something like that. And vertical gap, same. If I go to preview mode, you can see we have a nice gallery with 3 columns, 2 rows, 6 images. We have a title, we have a border, not border, but separator line, and some example navigation. Now we need like bottom angle shape line. So let's copy from the header, because it's the same. Let's copy it here, and now drag into the gallery, but outside of this container. This container max width is 1000 pixels, but we need to add to gallery because it's 100%. Now, next we're gonna build like simple small shop where is 3 columns, and inside is container and some elements. Let's copy intro container, because we don't need to add again like title, line, and format the container. I just will copy it here. And now I can rename it to, let's rename it to buy our glasses. This text, we don't need it. And button, delete it. Now we need a product, like product image, price, description, button. First of all, I will create like separate elements. Let's create image widget. Again, I will drag and drop some assets. Now create text widget for the price. Let's say some example price. I don't know what is the price of those glasses. It's gonna be like example price 199.99, and let's center it. Now I want bigger font size, and let's set letter spacing to -0.05 pm. Now we need some sample description. We can add again, but let's copy from intro section. Copy and paste. I will delete some text, it's too much. It's gonna be for description. And also let's copy the button. Let's copy it and rename to buy. Oops, buy. As you can see, those elements are it by itself. So if you want all those elements in grid system, you must add it to container, like I did it all elements like in here into the intro content. So let's create container. Let's call it product, and just drag and drop onto product, description, and button. Let's rename it like product image, price, description. Button can stay like button 2. So we have everything into one container. This container contains all those elements. Now we can create the grid system again. When we have this grid, let's drag and drop product into the grid. As you can see, we have 2 columns, and in one column we have this product. But why image gets smaller? It's because image, you can see it's in a percents, like 23%, and our grid system also is in a percent, so it's recalculated to the size of width. In any time we can enlarge this image by clicking and dragging on the corner. And now we want to grid like 3 columns. Let's add 3 columns. And don't create product from the scratch. Let's copy it. Just again, let's press copy, Command C and Command V. As you can see, it's pasted into the second column. Let's change the picture of glasses. We have another picture. Let's change some example price like 299. And again, let's copy the second product and paste it. As you can see, it's in third column. And again, let's change the picture. And let's change some price. If you want, you can change, of course, description. And let's set for this grid, let's call it product grid. Let's set again margin top value to 2 EM, and let's drag it into the intro it's not the intro, it's shop, but I didn't rename it, so let's drag and let's rename it to shop. If we open, we can see there is a product grid inside, and in grid you can see there is a product, and in product you can see there is an image, price, description and button. Everything is structured, like if you used to use Photoshop, this widget tree is like on layers, and it's like on groups. So we have a nice shop. Let's go to preview mode. We can see, if we scroll down, we have a shop with some glasses, in three columns. I will go back, and maybe I want bigger those images, so let's enlarge it. Looks nice. Let's go to preview mode. Yeah, it's bigger. Yeah, I will. Right now I will paste the style because we need like equal size for the images. What's next? Next thing is iframe for Facebook share and like button. Yeah, in our feedback section in FROONT, many people ask how to use like HTML widget. It's really simple. If you just add HTML widget and double click on it, you can write down anything you want in HTML code. So let's go to FROONT knowledge base. We have a post embedding social plugins. And if we scroll down, there is a link to Facebook developer page, how to create like Facebook like and share buttons. We are click on it. We can see you can copy here an URL. So let's copy the project URL. Let's copy it in here without secure connection. Let's set width to 120 pixels and layout to button count. We don't need friend faces maybe. And then press to the get code. As you can see, there is a HTML5 tab, XFBML, iframe, URL. Let's choose an iframe. There is an HTML code. Let's copy it. Let's go back to our project and let's copy to this HTML widget. So I copy, pressing by apply. As you can see, we have a nice like share buttons. Let's set in a position tab with like 100 pixels. And again, as you remember, by default, height is 12 am. Let's delete it. But let's create the container for footer section. So I will call it footer and add this HTML into this footer. Now I will rename HTML widget to Facebook. And let's set to the footer in position margin, like margin top 5 em and bottom again 5 em. Enter. And we have a space between the content and between the footer. So let's go to preview mode. As we can see, we have an like share buttons and it's working. If I press like, we have one like. Cool. Now I want to go to different screen sizes. So by pressing those tabs, we can see like different screen sizes. Header, it looks nice in 700. How much it was? 768 or something. 768. Yeah, correct. If we're going to this, we can see that all looks quite good, but maybe we don't like that images is so small. Maybe we want like 2 columns maybe and then hide 2 images, and if you are going to smaller screen it's even worse. So there is really small pictures like in 3 columns and 6 images. Maybe it's too much for a mobile phone. And if we scroll down, we can see our glasses section is really broken. So I will show you how to work with the breakpoint system with different screen sizes. Right now, if I'm going to 2024 breakpoint, we can see everything looks nice and we don't need to change anything. So let's go to smaller screens, 768, and if you want to know, you can change those breakpoints how small you want, like 740 or something. Now I don't need like 3 columns because it's too small. Let's change in property sections. Let's choose before let's choose this grid, and let's change column count to 2. As you can see, right now it's 2 columns, 6 pictures, and I don't want those 2 last pictures, so I click on the picture, find this picture into widget tray, there it is, and click on the eye icon, and it's hidden, but it's not deleted, it's just hidden. And for this also, and we have only 4 images. Let's scroll down, we can see the products. Maybe it looks nice, maybe no, but it can stay like in 3 columns. Let's go to 480 breakpoint. So in here you can see it's really bad, but for first of all, let's set gallery column count to 1. As we can see, it breaks to 1 column. And again, repeat that. I will click the image and hide one image, hide another image, and we have only 2 images in 1 column. And now we want to break those columns to 1 for the shop. Just it's the same like we did it in the gallery section. Let's change it column count to 1. Yeah, it looks really nice. And even if you want, you can change like vertical gap between products. Let's set it bigger, space between products, and it applies only for 480 breakpoints and also for 320 because if you are going down, all our settings is applied for smaller screen sizes also, but not for bigger. So if we are going to smaller size, we can see everything looks really nice. And yeah, maybe this logo is too big, but let's change it in 480 and let's change the font size to, let's say, 2EMT05. It doesn't matter, and let's go to 320. And as you can see, its project looks nice. And we are done. Let's go to preview mode and let's see how it looks. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's change screen size to smaller. So as we can see, if we are going to smaller screen size, right now we have 2 columns and 2 rows and 4 images and 2 are hidden. Our glasses at the shop is not broken right now. If we are going to 480, I think 480 width, so we can see it breaks to 1 column and it looks nice. There is a bigger space between the products, and we have only 2 images in 1 column in a gallery. I forgot here to change to gallery title, but I think it's not important right now. And if we are going to mobile size, we can see that we have nice 2 pictures and 3 products and like and share buttons. Thank you for watching. And one more thing, I will say that you can copy this link and send to any client or any person. If I will show you, if you are going to new window and enter without secure connection, I will show you. Then voila, you have a page, and if you drag, everything is working. Like it breaks to 1 and 2 counts. Everything works great.
So we are back, and I see in the comment section that we have some feedback that the workshop has already helped you. We have no questions. So I think for this workshop that will be it. The next one will be after a month, and and we will discuss more harder, more difficult things what to do in the front. For instance, nested grid or some other advanced features what you can do in front. So I hope that you enjoyed and hope that you like how this explain everything.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and if you have some questions, just send email or
Just
yeah,
tweet
just
send a message
or social networks or somewhere.
media. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Have a nice day. Thanks.
Have a nice day.
Bye.